Hi, welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. All the talk is still about this shock transfer move for Jamie Vardy. It's everywhere since yesterday. It's absolutely incredible at the moment. And I don't know what to say. It's a difference this season with Arsenal. I remember when I was first starting to do Transfer Daily and there were some people saying to me in the comments, Robbie, why are you bothering for? It's going to be like last year, Wenger, he's not going to buy anybody. You're going to be sitting there all summer. There's going to be nothing to talk about. It's going to be just rumour after rumour after rumour. Then it will come down to the final day of the transfer window and we won't buy anybody. Well, it's a lot different this year. I saw Ivan Gazidis last week and he said to me at the time, we're on it this season. Last year, we know that we messed up, basically, is what he didn't say, but that's what he was implying. He knew. He even said, I see that Mo asked him a question. You can watch that in a video, actually, Mo's vlog on Arsenal Fan TV, where Mo asked him a question and asked him that same question. Do you think you messed up last season in the transfer window? And without actually coming out and saying it directly, I think there was an acknowledgement that they did. This season is different. And at the moment, they're after Jamie Vardy. And the evidence is there. This is looking increasingly like it's going to happen, that Jamie Vardy will be an Arsenal player. Now, let's just take a look at the facts at the moment that have been going around. Not the rumours, facts. Claudio Ranieri has come out and he said to the Italian media that, yes, the rumours are true. Jamie Vardy's release clause has been triggered and Arsenal are talking to Jamie Vardy about him becoming an Arsenal player. And listen, I don't think these things just get triggered like that and then all of a sudden, you know, moves are made to talk to the player, etc. I think there would have been something happening beforehand. I mean, there's talks that this could have been sort of done a couple of weeks ago, is what we're hearing. And it's only just come out now because Arsenal want to get it all done before the Euros start. So that's interesting. There's also claims today that the Metro newspaper, they claimed that Jack Wilshere was the one that convinced Jamie Vardy to join Arsenal. How they know that, I don't know. But they're claiming that it's down to Jack Wilshere. There's other outlets saying that the medical's going to be taking place today at Arsenal before Jamie Vardy leaves with the England team to go to the Euros, because Arsenal want to get it done and dusted before any of the Euros start. So they don't want him to have any distractions. There's these interesting tweets that have come out from Jamie Vardy's wife, Rebecca Vardy, who, in response to Leicester fans who are giving her a lot of grief about the suspected move, she said, and this is her quotes, "Listen, LCFC fans, don't come at me with abuse. I have nothing whatsoever to do with calling the shots in my husband's career. It's unfair." And then she's left an emoji there with a face that's very upset. So that seems to confirm it as well, that Jamie Vardy's on the... I mean, if his wife says it, listen, it's going down. And also, finally, Olivier Giroud. He come out, more or less confirmed it last night. Scored 2 good goals last night, by the way, against Scotland. The first goal he scored, the back heel goal, if you go and check out on the internet, very similar to the back heel goal that Vardy scored for England. It's almost like Giroud's saying, oh, I can do that as well, mate, right? But Giroud came out yesterday. He was asked in a press conference after the game about Jamie Vardy, and he said, Jamie wants to join us. It's good news for us. I think we can be complementary. So it's all pointing at the moment towards Jamie Vardy joining Arsenal. Vardy will become, it looks like, an Arsenal player. It's very exciting news, very interesting to see that Arsenal are getting their business done early. Granit Xhaka, now Vardy. For me, it's an absolute steal. I'm sorry, £20 million for a guy that scored 24 goals last season. And remember, he was out for 4 games at the end of that season, suspended. If he hadn't have been suspended for those 4 games, he would have got the golden boot. He would have got more goals than Harry Kane. He had more goals anyway than Aguero. He would have got the golden boot. This is the player that we're buying. And excuse me, I had a little, you know, me and my brothers, I'm going to have to video that one day when we get into it. We were getting into it yesterday about Vardy. And basically one of my brothers saying, you know what, yeah, but we don't have that counter-attacking style that Leicester deploy. So it's going to be different here. And I've seen a few comments as well from yesterday where some guys were saying the same thing. But I disagree. I think that, first of all, the creative players that we have in Mesut Ozil, Cazorla, Xhaka, in that midfield, even El Neni, guys like that, Jack Wilshere, who can create things, he's going to get so many chances for Arsenal, and he's a deadly finisher. So number one, he's going to score a lot of goals like that. And number two, the reason why we didn't score many goals on the counter-attack last year is because we were too slow going forward. Start of the season, we were good on the counter. Remember against Man United? We were excellent on the counter when Theo Walcott was on form playing up front. When Iwobi and Welbeck came in towards the end of the season, it was very obvious to everybody that we were missing that pace up front. All of a sudden, those two just transformed the way we play. I remember that game against Everton, when we blew Everton away. It was the pace of Alex Iwobi and Danny Welbeck that did it. And I think Vardy, that's what he's going to be able to bring to the table. Vardy will bring that pacing behind, so we'll be able to play counter-attacking style, particularly away from home. We're going to be able to turn defence into attack very quickly. And the other thing I like about the two signings, I say signings, we haven't made the Vardy one yet, but it's looking like it's going to happen. But these two signings for me, one thing I like about them is the two players that are coming in are two spiky characters. It looks like an obvious ploy as well from Arsene Wenger. He knows that the guys that we've had, they're too nice. Vardy is not a guy that's there to be too nice. We've seen he did it against us with that penalty. Basically, as the professionals will say, he won that penalty. I thought it was a bit of a dive, to be fair, but he won that penalty. He is a spiky guy. He is a guy, he's got the right mentality, a winning mentality. He's just won the league, for Pete's sake, right? So this guy is a guy, he's a winner. He's not going to be overawed coming into Arsenal, I don't think. And he's got that spiky, winning mentality that I like. Same with Granit Xhaka. Spiky, winning mentality, hardcore. We need that at Arsenal. We need a bit of bite in that team. And these two guys coming in, I think, are going to bring that. And I think Jamie Vardy to Arsenal is an excellent bit of business. As I said yesterday, if his name was Vardinho, as DT said, we'd all be jumping for joy now. If he was coming over from Spain, we'd be saying, hey, hooray, brilliant signing. It's because we're used to him in the Premier League. We're thinking, oh, well, yeah, okay, yeah. To me, top quality signing, great move by Arsenal. Liverpool apparently were also interested. The importance of having that Champions League football, because, he could have stayed at Leicester and played in Champions League. I think it's very important. This could be a very good signing for Arsenal. What do you guys think? Keep leaving those comments about Jamie Vardy. I'm really interested to know what you guys think. We've been linked with another striker today. It's a guy called Antonio Kolak. He's 22 years of age, plays for Hoffenheim. He's a Croatian under-20 international. He was on loan at A.F.C. Kaiserslautern in German's second tier of football last year, where he scored 7 in 25. And the sources claim that Arsenal want him and that they've already agreed terms with him. I don't know about this one. I started to think that this is a bit more sort of agent speak, where an agent's trying to get him, because if we buy Vardy, are Arsenal really going to buy another striker? I can't see it. I mean, they've got now quite a few strikers. I mean, all right, well, we know about Welbeck being injured, but there's still a lot of players who can play forward up front. And then, of course, there's Giroud, there's Walcott, if he remains. So I don't know about this one, but strong links to him today. We're also being linked again with Henrik Mkhitaryan. Now, again, this is another very interesting one. A top quality player, plays for Borussia Dortmund. I think in our midfield, he'd be brilliant. Again, he can also play out wide. We saw what he did last season for Dortmund. Excellent goal scoring record, the Armenian. Now, we're being told today that he would prefer a move to Arsenal over Chelsea. And again, is this the Champions League thing kicking in? The fact that he knows he'd be able to play Champions League. The fact that he's getting excited if he's looking at that team and looking at the calibre of players that are in there. Not to say that Chelsea, obviously, they're going to bring in high quality additions to a already top quality squad. But Henrik Mkhitaryan still being linked heavily with Arsenal. that again for me would represent a great signing if we went and moved to get somebody like that in. On Mesut Ozil, excuse me again, Mesut Ozil, Carlo Ancelotti, the new manager of Bayern Munich, has played down all suggestions of Bayern Munich wanting to buy Mesut Ozil. He said, he come out and he said in the media that, listen, Bayern Munich, we've made 2 great signings. We're not looking to buy anybody else this summer. We've done our business, and no, we're not interested in Mesut Ozil. So that's good news for Arsenal. We really need to hang on to Ozil, and he will be important in that partnership with Jamie Vardy. So it doesn't look like Ozil will be going to Bayern Munich. The Ricardo Rodriguez rumours, though, still abound out there. Good friends of Granit Xhaka. We're still being told that Arsenal want to make this one happen. Again, we're going to have to wait and see what happens with this. And if he does come in, Ricardo Rodriguez, what happens to Kieran Gibbs? We're being told today in a lot of the media outlets that Liverpool are really interested in bringing in the 26-year-old Kieran Gibbs to their team. Kieran Gibbs, obviously, he wants to start. He wants to play games. He'd be really disappointed for the fact that he missed out to Ryan Bertrand, to Danny Rose in that England squad. He's got another shot at the World Cup in 2 years' time. He wants to be playing football week in, week out. He's a good player. I think, again, with this guy, it's injuries that have done in Kieran Gibbs in his career at Arsenal. I like Gibbs, and he came in a couple of times last season. He did really well, but at the moment, he just cannot dislodge Nacho Monreal. Monreal, that is his position at the moment. And if Ricardo Rodriguez comes in, surely that would spell the end of Kieran Gibbs at Arsenal. But again, the usual, wait and see. Finally, this guy, Corentin Talisson. Probably a poor pronunciation by myself, and I apologise for that. He plays for Olympique Lyonnais, 21 years of age. He's a midfielder. 7 goals and 7 assists in 45 games last season for Lyon. And what a lot of these outlets are saying is that Arsenal have been scouting this guy for 6 months. As a matter of fact, the outlet that's going heavily with this story is L'Equipe, the French publication over there in France. They say that Arsenal have been scouting him and would like to bring him in. I don't know a lot about this guy. Maybe if you follow French football, you might be able to tell me a bit more, but Arsenal apparently interested in him. If you know anything about him, leave it in the comments below. Inform me, inform everybody else who watches the show what this guy's like. But L'Equipe saying that Arsenal really scouting him. Looks like Arsenal still might be willing to bring in an attacking mid, and obviously the striker thing looks like it's going to be Vardy unless there's any hiccups, and then a defender. 4 players, and I think if it's 4 quality players, I'm really excited about the season ahead for Arsenal. Really, really excited. Let's take a look at what you guys have had to say. I asked you yesterday specifically about Jamie Vardy, what you guys thought about it. Shaquille Daniels says, better than a £50 million for Morata. Vardy would be good for at least another season. Massive upgrade. I think, listen, Vardy's 29. I think a few seasons. I think in 3 years you could get out of Jamie Vardy, definitely. So I wouldn't just say a season. Lim says, with Vardy, we will win the league. Just give Arsene Wenger a contract extension so that he can concentrate on the season ahead. No. No contract extensions until we got to win the league, and then consider that, as far as I'm concerned. Sabello says, that's the last time Vardy will ever win anything in his career. Arsenal are stupid, and they cannot import the winning mentality. He sounds like a fan of another club. Dev Star says, Robbie, he's a Yorkshireman and they speak their minds without censorship. I think he's talking about the racism thing that Jamie Vardy had with this Japanese gentleman in a casino. He says, it's not right to be racist, but Yorkshiremen are known for speaking bluntly, and some people find it hard to cope with that kind of directness. Jamaican people are known for speaking directly as well, but there's no excuse for racism or stuff like that. So you can't excuse what he said. All right, simple as that. Ray says, I'd rather have Higuain, to be honest. So would I. But And there's loads of comments. If I go there and I start looking down, there's loads of people saying, I'd rather have Aubameyang. I'd rather have Higuain. It's a constant theme. A lot of people are like, Vardy's cool, but I'd rather have Higuain. But are we going to be able to get Higuain? It'd be a long, protracted thing that could draw out the whole summer and end up us not getting him. There's no guarantees on getting a guy like Higuain. That's number one. Aubameyang, again, no guarantees on getting him. Very, very difficult. Probably going to end up staying at Dortmund. And then we need a striker. This guy's available. He's banged in the goals in the Premier League. He's Premier League proven. £20 million. 20 million. Guys like Lukaku and that, who scored less goals than him, we're being told like 60 million, 55. It's a no-brainer for me. It's a no-brainer to get Jamie Vardy at Arsenal. And I think I'm quite excited about Vardy signing. I know there's a lot, some of the baggage that he comes with, but I just think this spikiness, his character, his goals, I'm happy. Keep those comments coming in about Jamie Vardy. Leave it in the comments below. Of course, we'll be all over it. If any news breaks or anything to do with Jamie Vardy, look out for us on Periscope, on Snapchat, on Facebook Live. We'll bring it to you first here and also here on YouTube. Thanks for watching the show today. We'll be back around about the same time tomorrow. Don't forget to check out Mo's vlog of when he did the Q&A with Ivan Gazidis here on Arsenal Fan TV. And also don't forget to subscribe to Man Like Robbie. Some great videos from the charity game the other day from the Sidemen and the YouTube All-Stars, where they raised some great money there for charity. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back around about the same time tomorrow.